Hello, my name is Heather, and this presentation is a reflection on my volunteer project at Bridgeway Academy through the lens of servant leadership. I selected Bridgeway Academy because of my connection to its mission. The organization serves students with autism and developmental disabilities, emphasizing individual care, dignity, and support. I wanted to contribute to something meaningful, something that supported not just the students, but also their families and the staff who work so hard to help them succeed. Their graduation event felt like the perfect opportunity to step in and serve during an important milestone. This aligns closely with the values of servant leadership, which prioritize meeting others' needs first and promoting their growth. Volunteering for graduation preparations allowed me to contribute to an event that reflects the school's commitment to empowerment and inclusion. I volunteered for a total of 9 hours across 2 days, helping prepare for Bridgeway Academy's 2025 graduation celebration. My tasks included assembling diploma packets, making personalized fleece blankets for each graduate, setting up chairs and tables, decorating the reception area, and helping with cleanup after the event. These actions reflect the servant leadership characteristic of stewardship, which emphasizes taking responsibility for the larger institution and those it serves. Though the tasks were logistical, they created an environment of celebration and recognition, which reinforced the students' and families' sense of value. Reflecting on Greenleaf's guiding questions, I believe the students and families served during this project experienced meaningful personal and communal growth. Greenleaf encourages us to ask whether those served grow, become healthier, wiser, freer, and more likely to serve others themselves. At Bridgeway Academy, the graduation event was not just a ceremony, it was a recognition of resilience and achievement for students who often face social and developmental barriers. This moment uplifted their dignity and created a shared sense of pride. Students were celebrated for their progress, which fostered a sense of autonomy and self-worth. Families expressed deep gratitude and emotion, suggesting that the service not only honored their children's achievements, but also validated their own long journeys. As noted by the Fisher College of Business, servant leaders work to remove obstacles and barriers that hinder others from growing and thriving. That was a key element of this experience. By supporting the event setup and creating a positive environment, we helped remove emotional and logistical barriers to celebration, making space for empowerment and joy. The ceremony also supported the least privileged in society, students with developmental disabilities, by affirming their capabilities and right to be recognized. This sense of shared celebration extended to staff and volunteers as well, fostering community cohesion and a spirit of collective success. In this way, Greenleaf's questions were not only considered, but actively lived out during the service. During my service at Bridgeway Academy, I practiced several core servant leadership skills identified by Spears, including listening, empathy, foresight, and commitment to growth of others. Listening was essential. I paid close attention to staff directions and remained flexible to meet changing needs. This allowed me to contribute meaningfully without needing consistent supervision, which helped things run more smoothly. Empathy played a key role as I considered the emotional significance of this event for families. Every detail from how the blankets were folded to how the diplomas were presented was done with compassion and care. Foresight was exercised through planning and preparing materials in advance, making sure the space was inviting and respectful. Finally, commitment to the growth of others was embedded in every task. Although I wasn't directly teaching or coaching, I supported an event that marked the accumulation of years of student development. As the Fisher College of Business explains, servant leaders remove barriers and create conditions where others can thrive, and that's exactly what this project allowed me to do. While I felt confident in my ability to serve diligently and with empathy, I also recognize areas where I have room to grow as a servant leader. One specific challenge I faced was hesitating to take initiative or guide others during collaborative moments. I tended to follow rather than lead, which limited my opportunity to empower others or build a shared sense of ownership. Servant leadership is not just about meeting needs, it's about encouraging and developing others to become leaders themselves. Moving forward, I want to focus on creating space for others to contribute, offering affirmation, and promoting collaboration in meaningful ways. As Spears emphasizes, servant leaders are called to build community. That means lifting others up, helping them recognize their value, and supporting their growth, not just completing tasks. This experience showed me that leadership requires presence. Sorry. This experience showed me that leadership requires presence, courage, and an intentionality, and I'm committed to developing these qualities further in future service opportunities. Graduation is a deeply emotional milestone for families at Bridgeway Academy. Many parents shared that they never imagined their child would walk across the stage and and act act that for them symbolized triumph and adversity. Witnessing their children celebrate brought not only joy but also hope, healing, and a renewed sense of pride. As Greenleaf emphasized, servant leadership is about more than meeting needs. It's about helping others grow, feel valued, and experience dignity. This experience reminded me that leadership is not just about what we do, but how we make people feel. The personalized blankets and diplomas weren't just ceremonial, they were expressions of love, recognition, and belonging. Simple, intentional acts of service can leave a profound impact on those we serve. According to Spears, one of the core characteristics of servant leadership is building community. And this graduation event clearly fostered that, bringing together students, families, staff, and volunteers in a moment of shared accomplishment. These experiences affirm why servant leadership matters. It transforms the atmosphere and uplifts everyone involved. My biggest takeaway is that servant leadership is about action guided by purpose. It's not performative, it's consistent, humble, and intentional. As North House emphasized, servant leaderships are primarily focused on growth and well being of others. That's what this experience helped me practice, putting others first, listening, creating space for others to be celebrated, and contributing in meaningful behind the scenes ways. This opportunity reaffirmed the core values I strive to live by: helpfulness, responsibility, and compassion. I saw how small, intentional acts of service can reflect larger principles of care and leadership. Servant leadership isn't a task we check off, it's a mindset, a way of showing up with presence and purpose in everything we do. Thank you.